stop whatever you are doing for just a moment. Because what if I told you that tomorrow morning, the first 10 seconds after you open your eyes could decide whether you become a fluent English speaker this year or remain someone who keeps saying, I understand English, but I can't speak it. And yes, that sounds dramatic, but stay with me because this is not one of those boring grammar classrooms where someone throws tenses at your face until your soul leaves your body. This is Verbalift, and here we do something different. We enter your real life, your actual ordinary routine, and we turn every tiny moment into spoken English without making it feel like studying. Because the biggest mistake learners make is they think English lives inside notebooks, while fluent speakers know English lives inside moments, inside sleepy mornings, missed alarms, brushing teeth, making tea, finding socks, being late, getting annoyed, laughing, forgetting things, reacting to life. And today, you are going to walk through one full ordinary day with us. But by the end of this day, your brain will no longer see English as a school subject. It will start seeing English as a companion voice inside your head, and that shift, that invisible mental shift, is where fluency begins.
So close your eyes for 2 seconds and imagine this with me. It is early morning, maybe the room is still dim. Maybe your blanket feels too comfortable. Maybe your alarm rings with that irritating sound that makes you want to throw your phone across the room. And the first thing most people do here is not speak, not think, not react in English. They simply groan in silence or think in their native language. And this is exactly where Verbalift steals an opportunity that nobody else notices. Because fluent English is not built by one big, heroic study session. It is built by hundreds of microscopic repetitions hidden inside normal life. So tomorrow, when that alarm rings, instead of silently existing like a confused potato, I want your first internal sentence to be in English. Something ridiculously simple like, oh no, it's morning already. Or, 5 more minutes, please. Or, why is this alarm so loud? And maybe you are thinking, that sounds too small to matter. But psychologically, this is massive, because the first language your brain uses after waking becomes the language that feels active. And active languages become accessible languages, while sleeping languages become passive knowledge trapped in the background.
Did you catch that? Accessible language versus trapped language. That is the battle. Most of you know enough English to survive a conversation, but your English is sleeping in storage because you never invite it into your living moments. And we are changing that now, so let's continue the scene. Your eyes are half open, you sit up, your hair is a disaster, your soul has not yet returned to your body, and you say, I'm so sleepy, or I don't want to get up, and boom, congratulations, that was not studying, that was speaking attachment. You just attached English to a real emotion, and emotions are memory magnets, which means your brain stores these tiny phrases much faster than random textbook examples like, the boy is going to the market. Because honestly, who even talks like that at 7 in the morning? Nobody, but everyone says things like, I need coffee, I'm exhausted, where's my phone? This is alive English, breathing English, usable English.
Welcome to the glamorous world of brushing your teeth in the name of fluency. Because while you are standing in front of the mirror, looking like someone who lost an argument with sleep, this is one of the most powerful solo speaking zones in your entire day. Nobody is judging you, nobody is listening, and mirrors create self-awareness, which makes spoken repetition stronger. So while brushing, I want you to narrate like a mini movie host. I look terrible. I need to wake up. The water is cold. Why am I always tired? And if toothpaste falls on your shirt, even better, free vocabulary opportunity. Great, just great. What a mess. This is my luck. And notice something important. We are not trying to create Shakespeare. We are creating instinct, because instinctive English always beats impressive, but delayed English.
Quick challenge for everyone listening, and do not cheat by overthinking. If you accidentally drop your toothbrush, what sounds natural? Option A. My brush has fallen down unexpectedly. Option B. Oops, I dropped my toothbrush. Option C. Toothbrush is go down. Lock your answer now. Yes, option B. Oops, I dropped my toothbrush. Why? Because natural spoken English loves contractions, loves emotional sounds, loves speed, and this is exactly why many learners sound robotic. They keep trying to sound like written essays, but conversations are not essays. Conversations are reactions with rhythm, and Verbalift trains rhythm first.
Now you walk to the kitchen, and if your house is anything like most houses, there is that familiar morning chaos, someone asking for tea, someone searching for keys, someone complaining about time, someone still half asleep, and hidden inside this chaos are dozens of English triggers waiting to become automatic speech. You open the fridge. There's nothing to eat. You boil water. Come on, hurry up. The tea spills a little. Seriously? You burn the toast. Perfect, just perfect. Are you seeing what is happening? We are turning inconvenience into fluency fuel. Every irritation, every tiny surprise, every normal household movement becomes a sentence generator. And this works because your brain remembers language attached to sensation. Hot tea, cold floor, missing spoon. Noisy family much more deeply than language learned in isolated silence.
And now let me tell you the reason this method becomes addictive after 3 days. At first, yes, it feels silly. You feel like, why am I talking to myself about tea and toothbrushes? But then something magical happens. Around day 3 or day 4, your mind starts producing phrases before you consciously force them. You look at the clock and automatically think, I'm running late. You can't find your wallet and instantly think, where did I put it? This automaticity is the first visible sign that English is entering your reflex system. And reflex speech is the birthplace of confidence. Because confidence is not motivational quotes. Confidence is your mouth knowing where to go before panic arrives.
Let's make this fun. Morning mini quiz. Imagine your mother or your brother says, breakfast is ready, and you are still lying in bed. What is the most natural lazy response? A. I am coming after 2 minutes. B. Coming in 2 minutes. C. I will arrive there after 2 minutes of time. Please do not choose C unless you want to sound like a malfunctioning GPS. The answer is B. Coming in 2 minutes. Short, lazy, real, human. And this is a Verbalift secret you need to tattoo mentally. The more human the sentence sounds, the more likely you are to remember and use it.
Now picture this. You finally sit with breakfast. Maybe eggs, maybe paratha, maybe toast, maybe just tea because life is chaos. And this is where most learners waste another golden opportunity by scrolling on their phones in silence. But from today, breakfast becomes a speaking theater. Look at your food and react. This smells good. It needs more sugar. This tea is too hot. I'm starving. I shouldn't eat this much. These are not childish lines. These are high-frequency daily English anchors, and anchors matter because fluency is not built from difficult, rare vocabulary. It is built from common phrases repeated until they become invisible habits.
And now I want to ask you something honest. How many English words have you memorized and forgotten? Hundreds? Thousands? Exactly. Because memorized words without emotional usage are like guests who never unpack. They leave quickly. But phrases attached to your morning hunger, your laziness, your irritation, your rush, they unpack and stay. That is why this podcast is not teaching you English lessons. We are installing English into your routine architecture.
Before we end part 1, here is your final morning mission. And this mission sounds tiny, but it is lethal for hesitation. Tomorrow morning, from alarm to breakfast, produce at least 15 English reactions out loud or inside your head. 15 only, not perfect, not polished, just alive. I'm sleepy. Where's my phone? The floor is cold. I need tea. I'm late. This tastes good. 15 reactions. Because if you can own the first hour of your day in English, you begin owning the tone of your mind. And once the mind changes language during ordinary life, speaking in extraordinary moments becomes 10 times easier.
And stay with us. Because in part 2, we leave the house, enter real family conversations, getting ready, finding clothes, forgetting items, talking during rush hour, and this is where things become even more fun, because you will learn how to survive actual spoken interaction without freezing. And we have a challenge in the next part that most listeners fail on the first try.
This is Verbalift,
and your English day has just begun.